Finding great games that deliver a powerful, focused story without endless side quests or distractions can be frustrating. Many players crave games that immerse them in a tightly crafted narrative from start to finish. This video solves this by highlighting unforgettable titles that offer deep, emotional journeys with clear direction, perfect for gamers who want impactful storytelling and gameplay without getting lost. Before we jump into the video, if you enjoy content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Your support genuinely motivates me to keep creating these in-depth videos and share hidden gaming treasures with you. It means a lot and helps the channel grow, so I can keep bringing you even more great content. Thank you then. Without wasting more time, let's get into the video. SOMA changes how you think about consciousness, identity, and being human. It's not just a game to finish and forget, it stays with you long after the credits roll, making you question everything about existence. From waking up in a claustrophobic apartment, a deep feeling of unease builds, not from jump scares but from psychological horror that cuts to the core of human fear. The game asks you to face moral dilemmas that have no clear right answers. You'll struggle with tough choices about other beings feeling the full weight of your decisions. SOMA doesn't judge but makes you live those moments. The world's story unfolds through places and objects left behind, and the deep ocean setting adds a crushing sense of isolation and vulnerability. Sound plays a big role, with creaking metal, distant groans, and eerie silence that heighten tension. The central philosophical question, if your consciousness is copied perfectly, is it still you? Is not just a thought, but something you live through. The slow, thoughtful pacing gives you time to process and absorb these deep themes while encountering tragic, corrupted creatures that blur humanity and machine. The ending is emotionally powerful and thought-provoking without easy answers. SOMA is designed to challenge you, digging into existential questions about self and consciousness. Its polished graphics, lighting, and minimal interface create a fully immersive, unforgettable experience. It's more than entertainment, it's a profound exploration of what games can achieve as an art form. Max Payne 3 throws you into the brutal world of a broken man drowning in pain and addiction. This isn't a hero's journey, but a raw, intense experience of watching Max struggle with his own downfall. The game captures every trembling hand and blurry moment as you live through his desperation, making you feel the weight of his shattered existence in every agonizing scene. Set in São Paulo, the game's atmosphere mirrors Max's chaos and confusion. You navigate a city rife with corruption and violence, lost in a foreign place full of danger and distrust. The favelas, nightclubs, and hotels portray decay and moral rot, keeping you disoriented and vulnerable, just like Max always reacting to chaos instead of controlling it. The gameplay reflects Max's mental state through bullet time mechanics that slow down moments of violence and trauma. Combat is desperate, punishing, and chaotic, immersing you in Max's endless fight for survival amid relentless enemies. The violence is graphic and unfiltered, forcing you to face the consequences of every deadly encounter with no glamour or glory. Max Payne 3's story is emotionally crushing and mature, exploring addiction, mental health, and loss without sugarcoating. The fractured cutscenes, intense soundtrack, and vivid environments deepen the experience, making you feel trapped in Max's nightmare. This game proves how powerful gaming can be as a medium for storytelling, challenging you to confront darkness and complexity head-on. Lies of P is a haunting reimagining of a beloved fairy tale, transformed into something dark and beautiful. The game wraps you in a fever dream world where every street corner whispers tragedy, and every encounter is a struggle against decay. It's not just about combat or atmosphere, it's about feeling the weight of becoming human in a world that's lost its meaning. Arriving in Krat, you see a city dying slowly, caught between former beauty and overwhelming corruption. The stained Belle Epoque architecture contrasts with puppets gone mad. Walking these streets feels like touring a grave dressed as a carnival, reminding you constantly of civilization's fallen hopes. Playing as Pinocchio, a puppet seeking humanity, adds deep emotional resonance. You fight not just enemies, but for identity and soul. Choices about lying or truth shape who you are, questioning what it means to be human. The game offers no easy answers, only challenging moral questions. The combat demands precision and commitment. Every fight is a deadly dance you master through learning and adaptation. The world building, sound, and visual storytelling create a rich, oppressive atmosphere. Lies of P balances dark themes with moments of beauty, delivering a profound experience that lingers long after play. The Walking Dead isn't really about zombies, it's about you, sitting in front of your screen, forced to make impossible choices with no time to think. You live with the consequences of decisions that haunt you long after the game ends. This experience uses your empathy against you, making you care for people you know are doomed, then forcing you to decide who lives, who dies, and what kind of person you'll become when everything falls apart. From the moment Lee Everett wakes in the police car, you're thrown into a world where moral certainty has disappeared. The game isn't about survival in the usual sense, it challenges what you'll sacrifice, which lines you'll cross, and if you can keep your humanity when daily choices chip away at it. You don't play a hero's journey. You live through no-win situations, choosing the least terrible option. The game's heart is Clementine. She's not your daughter, but from the start she becomes your responsibility, your reason to keep going. The relationship grows through many small moments, each conversation, choice, and lesson shaping her. It's not just character development, but raising a child in hell. Knowing what you teach can mean life or death. This weight stays with you as you move forward. Choices are fast and emotional with no pause to think carefully. You act on instinct, saving one person or another, telling the truth or lying, stealing to survive. There are no right answers. The ticking timer creates real panic, mirroring life or death pressure. The game makes you complicit. You don't watch Lee's story, you build it through your actions, owning every decision in a grim, unforgettable journey. Shadow of the Colossus is a story about loneliness, sacrifice, and the lengths we go for love. You play with simple tools, a sword, a horse, and 16 giant creatures that must die. There are no side quests or hand-holding tutorials, just a vast empty land and a difficult mission that feels more troubling with each victory. The silence and isolation deepen the emotional weight of your journey. Entering the Forbidden Lands, you carry a lifeless body into a world that's beautiful but abandoned. Riding your horse aggro across empty plains creates a feeling of isolation and unease. The land is ancient and sacred, filled with ruins that hint at lost civilizations. The silence is broken only by footsteps, wind, and distant cries, emphasizing the loneliness and growing doubt about your quest. Each fight with the Colossus is a vast physical challenge. These creatures feel like living architecture, ancient and majestic until you attack. Climbing their fur and stone is exhausting, with your stamina draining as you cling desperately. When you finally strike, the victory is silent and heavy. There's no triumph, only the painful reality of your actions and the Colossus's cries. The game's haunting tone grows as you see the cost of your mission. Each Colossus's fall darkens the protagonist, showing physical corruption. Your bond with aggro adds emotional depth through quiet moments rather than cutscenes. The minimal storytelling invites you to piece together meaning, while difficult moral choices and shifting roles make this a powerful meditation on love, obsession, and sacrifice. Titanfall 2's campaign is a thrilling journey of momentum, spectacle, and unexpected emotional depth between soldier Jack Cooper and his giant robot BT-7274. From the start, the game hooks you with clever level design and a bond that grows naturally. It's not just about controlling a powerful machine, but about partnership. Two very different beings learning to work as one, making their relationship feel real through ongoing gameplay dialogue. The movement system is fluid and joyful, combining wall running, sliding, and double jumping into a seamless dance. The game encourages seeing every environment as a playground to chain momentum, creating unmatched freedom and mastery. Each level brings fresh ideas and challenges, keeping the gameplay exciting and unpredictable, pushing you to adapt constantly. BT and Cooper's bond deepens through small, meaningful moments filled with humor, tactical respect, and genuine care. Combat swings between fast, fragile pilot action and the powerful, deliberate Titan fights that shake the screen. The campaign's varied environments from industrial sites to outdoor battlefields are brilliantly designed to test your skills and immerse you fully. The campaign is short but perfectly paced, respecting your time with no filler or backtracking. Its creative, challenging design, especially in the innovative time travel level, keeps engagement high. The emotional climax honors the bond you've built, delivering a powerful, unforgettable experience. Titanfall 2 proves that focused, heartfelt shooters with tight mechanics and strong storytelling still shine in a crowded genre. A Plague Tale: Innocence takes you into a harsh medieval world where childhood innocence is lost bit by bit. The story centers on protecting your younger brother as you face a desperate fight for survival. The setting is grim, filled with filth, suffering, and the terrifying reality that rats have overtaken the land after civilization's collapse. What starts as a hopeful journey turns into a brutal lesson on humanity in its darkest form. The plague-ravaged France you explore is filled with cruelty, burned villages, piles of bodies, and the Inquisition's harsh rule. Worse still are the relentless rats moving like a living flood through darkness, devouring anything alive. Playing as Amicia, a scared 15-year-old, you carry heavy burdens and make painful choices to keep your sick brother Hugo safe. Her transformation reveals the cost of survival in this world. The game's tension comes from stealth and clever use of limited tools. You can't fight soldiers head-on or survive in darkness, so you use the environment, distractions, and puzzles to progress. Violence and its emotional impact are deeply felt, showing Amicia's loss of innocence as killing becomes necessary. The game's detailed visuals and sound design amplify the horror and despair, especially in rat-infested scenes. Emotional depth is key as you experience the bond between Amicia and Hugo, along with tragic supporting characters. The Inquisition's cruel fanaticism adds a human evil worse than monsters. With thoughtful pacing, immersive environments, and challenging puzzles, A Plague Tale: Innocence highlights sacrifice, trauma, and moral complexity. It is a powerful experience that stays with you long after playing. Guardians of the Galaxy celebrates the messy beauty of found family, focusing on 5 broken people learning to work together. It's not about saving the universe with power, but about confronting trauma and building connections when everything falls apart. What could have been a typical licensed game becomes a heartfelt, emotionally smart adventure full of rich character dynamics. On board the Milano, you see a team barely holding it together. Rocket and Drax clash, Gamora hides her past, Groot tries to keep peace, and Star-Lord is a flawed leader trying to hold them together. Leadership here means managing personalities and conflicts, not being the strongest or smartest. The dialogue choices shape relationships, making every conversation matter in this living, breathing crew. The game shines in its downtime moments where you explore the ship and connect with your teammates' fears, hopes, and pasts. Combat reinforces teamwork, you coordinate attacks and combine abilities, feeling powerful as a unified group rather than as an individual. The soundtrack ties deeply into the experience, connecting to Star-Lord's past and locking emotional moments into gameplay. Themes of trauma, healing, and chosen family run through every part of the story. The villains exploit these emotional wounds, making the conflict personal. The game balances action with quiet moments, builds on genuine humor, and respects your choices without clear right answers. Guardians of the Galaxy is a touching, fun, and unforgettable story about connection, growth, and standing together. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is a bittersweet reflection on growing up, letting go, and the irresistible call of adventure. It's not just Nathan Drake's last treasure hunt, but a deep exploration of how his chosen life clashes with memories he can't escape. The game questions addiction, identity, and the struggle to move on, turning a typical action-adventure into a thoughtful, mature story about difficult choices and consequences. Nathan has retired to a quiet life with Elena working a dull job, but when his brother Sam, thought dead for 15 years, returns, everything Nathan built threatens to fall apart. The game captures Nathan's inner conflict as temptation pulls him back to a life he tried to leave behind. Their complex brotherly bond drives the emotional core, exploring love, guilt, and manipulation through dialogue and flashbacks. The treasure hunt mirrors Nathan's addiction to danger and discovery. Though he claims to help Sam, the game reveals his obsession with adventure, risking everything for the thrill. Gameplay mixes intense action with quiet exploration, revealing Nathan's love for history and puzzles over violence. The diverse, detailed environments from jungles to cities grow the sense of genuine adventure and wonder. Uncharted 4 balances violence with its cost, showing Nathan's weariness and desire to avoid bloodshed. The story's historical mystery reflects themes of obsession and dreams crushed by reality. Supporting characters deepen the narrative while pacing gives space for reflection. The emotional and physical challenges push Nathan to decide who he truly wants to be. The game's ending offers closure while honoring the restless spirit of adventure within him. The Last of Us Part 1 tells a story beyond a fungal apocalypse. It explores two broken people learning to love in a world where love brings loss. This emotional journey begins simply escorting a girl across the country, but grows into something intimate and devastating, showing what we become when we lose everything, and what drives us when there's still hope. The game opens with 20 minutes of heart-wrenching chaos showing the collapse through a father's desperate eyes. You feel the immediate pain, the panic, the impossible choices, and witness a loss that shapes the next 20 years. When you meet Ellie later, Joel is a shadow of himself, emotionally closed off until she cracks the walls around him with her curiosity and spirit. Joel and Ellie's relationship grows naturally through shared moments, trust and survival rather than big speeches. The gameplay keeps tension high with scarce resources making every bullet and move count. Encounters with infected creatures are terrifying, symbolizing what humanity lost. The game also reveals how people can become cruel and desperate, blurring moral lines in a harsh world. The story unfolds across seasons, each adding new depth with a powerful winter section, letting you see Ellie's side. Environmental storytelling immerses you in a broken world through abandoned homes and clues. The game balances quiet, poignant moments with brutal combat and moral struggles, forcing you to confront difficult choices about love, sacrifice, and survival. And that wraps up today's list of the best linear games everyone should experience at least once. These games may not offer huge open worlds, but their focused stories and unforgettable moments make them truly special. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more videos about great games like this. Also, let me know in the comments which linear game is your favorite or which one you plan to try next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.